We are back. I see you were having fun with redeems during the break. It was distinctly that we were all fucking CSMP, which was easy, and he discovered it wasn't so bad being fucked. But then he suddenly realised, oh no, I'm not sure I enjoyed that. Oh no. I wonder if I've got a sexually transmitted disease. And then James reminded him that I wouldn't ask for the odds of that, because they're quite high. And then Mr. Blue Bush suggested that Mr. CSMP, in order to possibly bypass the STI, just have a little small hydrate. Make sure you put your antibiotics in it and swig it back. And then Can't Sleep thought, I think it's cleared up nicely. Fuck me again! And Chester immediately went, all right. And they both said, wasn't so bad. But unfortunately, because it was Chester who gave him the STI in the first place when he declared he was easy, Can't Sleep's back in the same position again. So, he never learns, do he? He never learns. But there you go. There's a little story. Here's a little story about a man who redeemed some stuff in the break. I've made you a little tale based on all of your redeems. And unfortunately, because I say all of your redeems, it might not be all of them because there's possibly some above. But yeah, the unfortunate truth is, Can't Sleep, you didn't really come away from that tale too promisingly, did you? I do apologise, but it's just an unfortunate coincidence that you were the first one to redeem something, and that redeem happened to be fuck me. So there you go. But are we back? We are back. There is microphone, there is image. So I believe we should be all ready for Graveyard Keeper, where we can keep the graveyard and tend to all the bones. That's what you need to do. At least every couple of days you just gotta tend to the bone. You gotta tend to the bone. It's better if you do, 'cause then you can't have an accident. If you tend to the bone, you gotta tend to your bone. You gotta be gentle yet firm, 'cause you gotta tend to the bone. There we go, we're loading up the keeper. He's a keeper. Yes, he is. And it's intriguing. That skeleton technically only has 3 fingers, doesn't he? I think that's the first time I've ever really acknowledged the fact that he's only got 3 fingers. Right, we did actually do a church service last time, didn't we? So we are set for that. And I must admit, I'm wondering if maybe... I think one thing we might do, I might just give me tools a whizzing on the whiz machine. Whiz! And by whiz machine, I do mean grindstone. Just in case you were wondering. But certainly the shovel is doing particularly badly. I suspect the whetstone might be doing particularly badly now as well. 30%. I'm not sure how many percent it uses per sharpening, so difficult to say for certain, but never mind. Now, what do we want? I mean, I've cleared out a decent amount of my inventory space. I could possibly leave a few more bits behind, but I don't know if it's going to be hugely worthwhile. No, I think we might go down below to the basement. Although having said that, we're going to get a body come down in the not too distant future. I don't think so. And I don't think time stands still, but I don't know. It'll get put in the morgue, so it's not going to be so bad. But I take it we took our finances. That's fine. And yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a marker there somewhere telling us in no uncertain terms that we are there. I take it just out of interest. It is working, isn't it? Can someone say something if you're present? Because otherwise it does feel like it's not functioning. And I'm not seeing chat anymore, but we shall see. There we go. Marvellous. The chat is working. That was the crucial detail. We shall carry on indeed. This is chatty. This is chatty. This is Chat Attack. This is a chat. This is a chat. This is Chat Attack. Used to love Art Attack. I don't know. Who else remembers Art Attack? Have we got any other Art Attack fans in? I don't know why. I feel sort of... Although it might have been... Arguably, it might have been after your time, I suppose. But, Chester, you like a bit of Art Attack? Good. I felt like maybe Blue Boosh, perhaps, but I feel like maybe it was a bit too... Might not have been straddling his childhood, as it were. You don't want Neil Buchanan straddling your childhood, but sometimes it's inevitable. Oh, yeah, I think you've said that before. I don't know why, but that piece of information feels like I know it.
Fuck me!
But,
hello there.
No, I'm afraid hello there, and fuck me, you've not quite managed it. But you were premature on your fucking, which is never what you want to see. But, James, you also enjoy a good Art Attack. Nice. And I must admit, I wasn't really fully aware of him having a band. I feel like that came as a piece of new information when it cropped up previously. Slash that sword. Been a bit wild with my slashes. I should probably calm them down a little bit, but I've got plenty of sauerkraut to soothe my aching bones when it comes to healing up my energy meter. When doing general sort of admin bits, I tend to just sleep to regain the energy, but when doing the dungeon, because every swing of the sword requires a bit of energy, it's worthwhile having some form of energy recuperation device. And on this occasion, the energy recuperation device that I possess is my sauerkraut. I don't know if anybody eats sauerkraut. It does not appear. It does not appeal even. It does not appear in front of my face, which is why it does not appeal to me. If it leapt up out of the bowl and appeared in front of my face, I might consider sauerkraut, but it's just one of those ones where it's just, I don't know. There's nothing about sauerkraut that strikes me as something I would enjoy tasting. But I might be mistaken if I gave it a chance. But I feel like it's not something I'm willing to give a chance to, which is possibly a little bit, a little bit belligerent and a little bit sort of, I won't change my ways. But nonetheless, it's that sort of food that does not appeal. Has anybody had sauerkraut? Anybody got any good things to say about sauerkraut? I think it's basically pickled cabbage, or boiled cabbage, one of the two. Possibly even pickled boiled. Boiled it, pickled it, stuck it in a bowl. But yes, why hello. That was a reference to the Mighty Boosh, give or take. His female character. I say his, I can't tell you the actor's name, but the female character he plays in the third series, I believe it is. He comes in and goes, hello. And I think the business card has it written on it as well, and he turns the business card over and it's continuing the O's. But welcome, Mr. Malice Caliber. Welcome to the stream of dreams. Why is it the stream of dreams? I don't know. It rhymed and felt good to say. Would you enjoy a dreamy stream where all your wonders doth come true? Well, unfortunately, that's not this stream. No dreams will come true here, I fear, unless the dream is to talk about sauerkraut, in which case, welcome to the stream of your dreams. But welcome. I will lay unto you the standard questions that are present upon the stream. How are you doings and what are you doings? Which is basically a stupid way of saying, how are you and what are you up to at the moment? Are you up to anything interesting at the moment? Are you doing anything wondrous? I mean, you're watching the stream, so it can't get better than that, surely. He says, knowing full well that having a shit is probably better than watching this, but, you know, at least you get a sense of satisfaction if you're having a shit. Alright, by your standards, well, that sounds actually quite high, in fairness. I don't know. That sounded a lot more insulting than intended, I think. Oh, there is a body in the morgue. There's a body in the morgue. Let the body hit the morgue. Let the body hit the morgue. Let the body hit the boom boom morgue. The morgue. But that's good to hear. Are you doing doings? Painting up some beautiful metal grey knights. Nice. Should pop them in the miniature village. Assuming you take a photo of them. If you don't take a photo of them, you can't pop them in the miniature village. But, you know. Assuming you know there's a miniature village in the town of Drakeford. You might not know there's a miniature village in the town of Drakeford. In that case, pop them in your own Discord. Which will be fine. The miniature what? There we go. The miniature what? Yes, the miniature village. I need to kill all the enemies first. Oh shit. I did not know that was a stipulation, mixed with the fact that I need more sauerkraut. More sauerkraut. All of the sauerkraut. And I tell you what, you can have the bonus question as well, which is, at the moment, and anybody else who hasn't answered the bonus question, or wishes to put forth a secondary answer to the bonus question, because as established earlier, you know, favourites are difficult to nail down, so you are entitled to a second attempt at the question if you fancy. But that question is, what would you say your favourite TV show is? Separated into two categories, animated and live action. So we've had such wonders as Red Dwarf turned up earlier. MASH was mentioned. Futurama. I mentioned Yu-Gi-Oh! We had Power Rangers crop up. Oh, you fuck off, you stupid bat. Come on. Right, come on. Now, fuck on. There we go. Now fuck off. No, okay. Now, will you please? Fucks. All of the fucks. I don't... Whoops, no. Oh, yeah, there's shortcuts as well, aren't there? Fuck. Yeah, I could equip that if I wanted to. Have I equipped that? Oh yeah, I've equipped that. I suppose arguably I could equip my sauerkraut as well. Chow down a bit of sauerkraut. Do you know what? I don't think I actually used those hot bar things at all the last time I played this game. I can't guarantee if that's true or not, but it definitely feels like I might have missed that entire functionality. It's just it's so much. It's just as simple going into the menu, and there's not. I think it's because there's not a lot of combat in this game. It's not a combat heavy video game, so needing things desperately is not. It's not something that this game puts forth, I don't think. But yes, it is. It is a tough decision. And I suppose arguably we'd had Chester mentioned earlier that it's you could swap out favourite. Because that's perhaps a little bit, you know, too specific. You'd have to narrow down your loves of TV quite substantially to perhaps get a favourite. But it could just be, you know, what you wouldn't mind being stuck on an aeroplane watching. If you were stuck on an aeroplane for a few hours and something came up on the screen, you know, what would allow you to go, I'm happy with this situation, as opposed to, Jesus Christ, I'm stuck in a fucking metal box hurtling through the sky and there's fuck all on to watch. So, Black Books, good choice. I've been saying that each time, because everybody seems to have made good choices. It pleases me. It pleases me. You are my people. I understand you. I get you. But yeah, I like Black Books. It was very entertaining. Evil flies. Well, I say evil flies. Technically speaking, they're not evil flies. They're just flies. That's alchemy powder. That's alchemy powder. Sounded like a sort of advertisement. It's useful, but not so desirable to have. I'd almost prefer to keep that, but fuck it, I can build more wood. Taken to Bob's Burgers. Now, see, we did have that mentioned in a previous week. It didn't crop up today, but it was mentioned on a previous occasion. I think that was I was asking about comedy specifically, specifically comedy programs, and that cropped up, and I never got into that one. It didn't grab me by the short and curlies, and make me beg for mercy, and desire watching lots and lots more. I don't know why. It didn't seem to. But there you go. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I had nothing fervently against it either. I will just clarify that one as well. Oh, shitty bums. Bats. Oh shit! I've not got any. I ain't got no energy. Quickly, down a soul recruit. That's all we really need. In your life. What are you? Wheat seeds. Onion seeds I feel like I want to keep because I don't think I can purchase onion seeds, whereas wheat seeds, technically I can purchase wheat seeds, so we're not going to worry too much about wheat seeds. They are not the most important thing to me. Come on, you stupid bat. It's time for you to die. Also the other bat, it's time for you to die as well. It's time for a second bat to die. Don't necessarily need all those bat wings, but they come in quite handy for paper. And this is where really you need to sort of completely remove your whole inventory in order to then win and get more stuff out of this. I think I'm going to have to pop that potion. It's my last one, unfortunately, which means subsequent trips to the dungeon are perhaps going to be slightly shorter, but I'm hoping... I got a feeling it might be level 5 or something, but there is a specific item I am after down here. Granted, I mean, it's not a hidden item. It is just a drop from one of the mobs called Bloody Nails, which is what our friend Snake wanted. And I do like the idea of... could you stop? Are you actually... No. I think it's just because I'm pushing it, which is not 100% my intention, but it is nonetheless the situation we find ourselves in. Come on, there you go. Basically, bats, although having said that, sometimes it's more difficult than is entirely required. Easiest way of dealing with bats is let them charge at you and then dodge out the way. Easiest way to deal with most other things is just wave your sword wildly and erratically. Now, that's unfortunate. I believe I'm suffering from fatigue because I've been up for too long. Despite keeping my energy levels up with sauerkraut, it is not good enough to stave off the requirement of sleep, which means ideally what I could do with doing is finding the exit, which is here. More sauerkraut. Because I'm not sure precisely what the sleep status does, but it's certainly not doing pleasant things. This sauerkraut, it does nothing. It does nothing. Nothing. Is that not how I... Oh, no, okay. I think that's how we exit. Okay, cool. So, let's just see if I can find... Oh, here we go. Tired. You need sleep or you'll keep losing energy. Oh, I see. That's what it means. So, I'm assuming it's going down by itself? Not 100% convinced that's accurate, because it doesn't appear to be. No, maybe it's just adding more energy. Each time you use energy, perhaps it's using a little bit more. I think I've got the space for all of this. Powders. Powders galore. No, I don't have the space for that, which is unfortunate, because I now need church workbench. I don't need that. Scroll shelf. I do have the appropriate ingredients for a scroll shelf. That's very helpful. I feel like there's not a lot else I'm going to be able to build down here, so we'll build a scroll shelf down there. Unfortunately, that probably won't be able to be built owing to the whole energy situation. No, okay. I think I'm going to get away with it. Marvellous. Powders, powders, powders. Jelly, jelly, powders. I've got powdered jelly in my pants. What are you doing with powdered jelly in your pants? I don't know. I bought it from the shops, and then suddenly realised I didn't have a bag, so I put it in my pants. If you're American, that doesn't sound so bad, but unfortunately I'm British, so it does sound quite bad. Of course, this is why I get paid the big bucks, or the bid bucks, or possibly even the bit bucks, but only a certain select few people would understand the significance of the idea of bit bucks. He's built his own currency. It's all that profit he's got from Velcro and biros, I think, didn't he? Did he invent biros as well? I can't remember now. But he certainly invented Velcro. Right, I think we need to just have a sleepy. Have a wee sleepy. Sleepy and a drinky. I'm losing my buff like it was going out of fashion. But it's fine, because A, I didn't pay attention to what that buff is, and B, I've got so much sauerkraut, it's fine. Oh, all buffs last longer. Okay, well, it's not hugely important, truth be told. It's not a thing. Right, now, how badly has that body rotted away in the... What's it? Oh, here we go. Right, so... Oh, no, okay, it's taken over. Oh, nice D for a bonus corpse. Wait, you're still moving. Maybe the poor fella died quite recently. Never sliced up a warm one before. Let this body cool off a bit. I'll take care of that later. What? You're alive? Okay, I'll help you, but stay calm, okay? Otherwise I can't let you up and... Okay. This is the DLC, the latest DLC. Something about Soul. So who saved Soul, or someone saved Soul? Who slew Soul? I don't know. Oh, good job. Yeah, but how are you? I assume you're the keeper, right? And we're in the morgue right now. Yeah, how'd you, no time for all the yakety-yak. My name is Yurik, and that must be my enough for now. I'm in trouble. I bought a keeper's book from a creepy man with a scar. According to the book, there's a locked door in the morgue. I expect you're aware. And yeah, this is the door, yeah. So I've never experienced this, so I don't know what to expect. Give me the key, keeper. I don't know what key you want. Are you joking or what? No, not kidding. Quite serious. Hey, you got no idea what the book I now hold in my hands. No idea. Oh, crap. Listen carefully then. I'll read this book for you. And I glued the key with chewing gum to the inner side of the skull. I have no idea what the skull might be or where it is. For of course, I'm no keeper. It falls to you. Find and bring the key. What happens when I do? Oh, you worry about the key. Meanwhile, I'll look for the keyhole. Okay, cool. I'll just deal with this body in front of you. Don't mind me. Ooh, that's kind of potentially a good plan, actually. Interesting. As you can see, because it's 82%, part of its skull rating has rotted away, which is unfortunate. Can't quite remember how zombification works. Oh, I need faith for starters, and the body is rotten, so we need a fresh corpse. Cannot use anything. We need skulls, so let's grab a skull. We want to build all of the skulls. And we're just going to burn this one since I let it rot for a bit too long. So let's see what else we want to take from it. Fat might be quite useful. And bit of blood. Yeah, fuck it. Treat yourself, you know. Sometimes you just got to go with the flow. Treat yourself to a bit of blood. And now we'll take it outside and burn it down. Let the bodies burn to the ground. I'm not going to bother looking over it. It will burn happily by itself while I deal with this situation, because I'm wondering if the skull was Jerry. Might be better not to mention anything about the key that's stuck inside his head. Just look at that face. What are you up to? Oh, nothing. I was just thinking about something. I've never seen you doing any of that before. Ha ha. Never mind, just kidding. So what's on your mind? I was just thinking you might enjoy a little cleaning. What? I mean, you must have been buried in the ground a long time. Now you sit here all day amongst the dust and dead bodies. Why, if we freshen you up a little, we'll have you smelling real nice with hints of beer. Sword, I never thought of that before. You're a real bright star. Ha ha ha. I'm in. Okay, so bring a mug of beer and some river sand. Interesting. I will possibly try and do that. But river sand shouldn't be too difficult to get my hands on. I know roughly where that's going to be. Let's deposit my bits and pieces, bits and bobs. Put the blood in the chamber. And now I think, yeah, fat goes beneath. Oh, skulls can go in the skull chamber. Do I? Oh, I can stack skulls. That's good. Yeah, it's only really the vital organs you can't stack in this. Most other organs do stack. Blood, skulls, all of that. Fat in the under trunk. That's what she said. And then she left. You've got fat in your under trunk. I'm leaving you. Right. What else do we want to do? I suppose the crops wouldn't go amiss. Going and buying beer. I suppose arguably let's go grab the death certificate. And then going and getting beer will not prove too troublesome, I suspect. That's just billets, which will need a fuck ton more billets. I think this is clay. In fact, I'm so certain it's clay, I'm not going to bother. I think the river sand is around here somewhere. I'm going to guess this side. Might be mistaken. Might be the other side. I think there's a bridge. So I don't think it'll make too much difference if I have made a boo-boo. Here we go. Are you river sand or just general sand? River sand! Marvellous. 5 bits of river sand. Superb. Teleport to the dead horse, where we can score ourselves a mug of beer. Nord mead. And it can just be the cheap muck. It's not a problem. Oh! I have apparently earned a second level here, which means I could technically purchase a bottle of wine as well. Might not be the worst situation. I don't think it has to be a particularly good bottle of wine either, so let's buy just one cheap as chips bottle of wine. Outside of that, I don't really need muffins, onion rings, toasts with onions. Don't really need any of that. Grape pie, don't need that. Baked salmon, croissants, don't need those. Onion rings, again, don't really need those. Yep. Finish the offer. I now have beer and wine, which will serve to get my friendly neighbourhood skull friend a little bit more on side, although I've sort of gone the wrong way, but never mind. There was no direct path back to the morgue. Not in terms of using the mirror. There may have been quicker on the above ground in fairness, but oh well. It's fine. It's not a problem. It's all good. Within my hood. Onion rings. Nice. So it's interesting. We were discussing onion earlier on and my dislike of onion in general. But onion rings is... oh, you do need a silver star bottle. Oh, you little posh prick. Oh, well, we can do his cleaning and then we'll have to go get another silver bottle. Oh, well. You ready to shine as bright as a diamond? I'll be so cool after I'm all washed. Should I be afraid someone will want to steal me? Haha. There's nobody around, Jerry. You seem a little too fussy today, you know. I don't think so. Just a lot of things to do. Let's get started. Careful around my nasal cavity. It's a little sensitive. Anything you say, Jerry. It's a fundamental in so many dishes. Oh, I know. I fucking well know. And no, I don't. That depends on precisely how it's cooked. If it's cooked in and sort of not offensively disgusting, it's not so bad. But if it's sort of not cooked well, it can be sort of a nasty little pellet of plastic disgustingness, which is not really needed or desired. But most of the time, if it's my choice, I will just leave onions out because I don't really need them. Not a fan of onions. But there you go. Just today I made chicken fajitas. Now it's interesting you say that. Chicken fajitas. Thus onion unnecessary. Did you find the key or whatever? Certainly, that part was child's play. Open up my brand new room. Do 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 do. Ba 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 da boo. So it's interesting because I think you don't like cheese, do you? So it's intriguing. You're sort of red onion is essential, and for me, when you said you didn't like cheese, unless I'm mistaken, but I feel like I'm not. That was exactly the same reaction I had. How can you not like cheese? Oh, you do like cheese. Oh, interesting. I wonder what it was then. I'm fairly certain there was something. No, well, there's so many varieties of cheese, but there was definitely something. Maybe it was. Were you an anti-potato boy? There was definitely something that felt like a fundamental that you disliked. But I cannot for the life of me remember what it was. As I say, it felt like it was cheese, but apparently not. It seems I have little choice. Listen, like I said before, I'm in trouble. In fact, I'm on the run. I committed a bit of a crime. Only a little bit of a crime, though. A crime? Oh, don't worry so much about that. I didn't kill or hurt anybody. It's a difficult life in town these days. Even more difficult for certain kinds of criminals. I had to steal my own money to buy a keeper's book on the black market. Long story short, in order to escape and cover my tracks, I pretended to be a corpse and waited for a long time. That explains why you suddenly turned up. Find out more about him. Well, I must admit, I'm more intrigued to find out more about this room, but... Well, we'll smash up the room first. Broken glass. Interesting. Is that a new item? I feel like that might be a new item. Not sure. Not the biggest fan of potato, but I don't hate it. I like it in forms that are crispy in some way, and if it's successfully mixed in. Yeah. We were discussing potatoes earlier, interesting enough. And the idea of sort of mashed potato. Mashed potato, mashed potato. If you want mash... Oh, I need a technology. Oh, okay, that's interesting. That's gonna take a bit more time. Because I need a new tech. Do. I don't like mash. Maybe that was it. You might be spot on there. It might have been that. Because mash is a fundamental love of mine. Although, having said that, it wasn't always. It was not always. No, I need a lot more faith, don't I? That's the problem. I still haven't got ice sort of cooling areas, which is annoying, to say the least. I think just take his flesh. Take his vital bits and fucking burn him again. That's the way. That's the way we do it. Oh yeah. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Mashed potato was the first food I came to intensely dislike. Interesting. As I say, once upon a time I wasn't a huge fan of mashed potato. Now I could eat lots and lots of mashed potato. And really thoroughly enjoy mashed potato. Oh, you little bitch. Do I waste a sauerkraut on trying to extract fat? No, I don't think I'll bother. I think we'll just go popping to Sweet Home and have a sleepy goodness. Sleep through the remainder of the day. And then we want to keep an eye out for Sunday. Because that's when we can do our faith channeling and do our little sort of... Hello, I'm the preacher man. Please give me your faith and money. I don't think I'll fill up the carrot box just for now. Oh, that's interesting, actually. We've got a surprisingly high volume of skulls there. Interesting. And a slight dilemma. Do I care enough? I'm not convinced. I'll tell you what, first person in the chat. Skulls. It's funny you say skulls for the skull throne. I don't think it's an actual throne, but it is skulls for a valid purpose. First person to say brain, heart, or intestines, and I will remove whatever you specify. Brain. We are removing the brain. Everybody's gone brain. And you were mostly wrong, I think. Yeah, you were. Oh no, it was a surgeon's mistake. So, you weren't. In fact, no. Do you know what? you were correct. You were actually correct. Well done. Well played. But unfortunately, he fucked it with a surgeon's mistake, so... He's not going in the graveyard. He's getting burnt on the pyre. But well done. Well done on picking the correct organ. Granted, there was another sort of situation where there was a second red skull, but nonetheless, the fact that one of the red skulls disappeared tells you that it was the correct decision. Pop that in there, pop that there. Although, having said that, we've got skulls elsewhere. I don't really want skulls all over the place. I want them in a singular location, ideally. So let's pop the skulls in a singular location. Pop the brain inside my shelf. Now let's... You know what? I don't think I actually set that bonfire ablaze, did I? I can't remember now. Oh well, too late to, well, give a shit. Well, it's time to just pop upstairs. Pop my meat into the chest. Yes. That is sometimes what you gotta do. You can get your rocks off if you pop your meat into a chest. Are you being rude? Yes. If in doubt, just think he's being rude. 'Cause 9 times... I've lost the song now. The song disappeared. But nonetheless, 9 times out of 10, I am being filthy. Which is fine. Not as fine as you've suggested, but it's okay. Interesting. So there's something you can do with dead bodies. I'm assuming extracting the souls, since this appears to be the souls area. But what we want is 3 more flitch. Well, I suppose technically 5, 6, 7, 8 more flitch. I suppose I need 10 in total, and I've got 1, so I actually need 9 more flitch. Let's pop to Sweet Home and try and get myself some more flitch, although I'm amazingly running out of fucking wood. Oh no, there's a second pile. I thought it was weird that it felt like I was running out of wood when I've kind of been bringing it back wood a lot. Constantly bringing back the wood. But then it gets swatted away, and I think to myself, well, that's another evening alone with nothing but my wood. Nothing but my wood for company. And so I take it down the driving range. You thought I was being rude again, didn't you? No. I did a little twisty. I turned it into a golf joke. I suppose it's unlikely that anything else is going to fit in those slots. So I suspect that is going to be a double chest situation. Pallet. Oh no, you can rotate it like that. Yeah, I mean, slapping it in the corner seems like a reasonable decision. Now at that point I'm being rude. It's a reasonable decision to just go slap it in the corner. Depends on where you are, I suppose, technically. If you're in a public place, it's probably unreasonable to go slap it in a corner. But if you're at home alone, perfectly acceptable. Or in company that doesn't mind you slapping it in the corner. Well, I'm assuming... Well, actually, I don't know what I'm doing with broken glass, in fairness. I suppose arguably what we need to do is talk to this man and find out more. So, how did you come to live in town? Once, on a rainy evening, some judge took me into his home, wet and hungry. What the judge was doing, wet and hungry, nobody knows. Thanks to him, I had a roof over my head and food to eat. He had but one condition, that I become his assistant. The judge had an old servant woman, quite well educated. She taught me how to read and write. So that's how I got my start dealing with tons of monotonous paperwork and all manner of people. Oh dear, I feel sorry for the bloke. In fact, I never wanted to run away, but it is what it is. I never expected that Bishop was just a smug crook. What? Bishop a crook? He swindled me for a lot of money. I sold nearly all I own. For this endowment, the bishop promised me to cleanse my soul of sin during service at the local church. All I got from him was some crappy prayer. Oh, and that God will forgive me, of course. Cleanse your soul of sins? Yeah, you know, I've had enough of my boring life. I even started seeing paperwork and faces in my dreams. So many taverns, so many fights, brothels with their puffed-up lasses. boring court sessions, endless shouting, objections and fights, always fights. I got fed up with it. We all bear our sins, that's what they teach us, right? Or so I thought, but what if one could cleanse himself of sin, take in a fresh breath of air and be free? Of course, double chest situation wasn't rude at all.
In fairness, that one was a naive sentiment that I hadn't intended to be rude. But most other things, in fairness, are rude. And of course, even when I don't mean it to be rude, it just comes out rude. That's why you're here? Yes, I managed to find a keeper's book on the black market. To acquire it, I had to take all my money back from that charlatan. Naturally, it's strange that you know nothing about this book, but very well. I'm not the only keeper. Oh, I see. That explains why you look so lost. This book contains notes on procedures for healing a soul of its sins. How's that? I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. How do I heal a soul? Not ain't a soul, I suppose, arguably. It also says something about healing a living soul, but damn it, some of the pages are simply torn out. You can't trust anyone these days. We figure it out ourselves. Oh, that's a brilliant idea. I've gone Irish for some reason. I don't know why. This room and all its contents are to be yours. To be sure, to be yours. And in return, you'll help me with all of that little problem. Deal? Sure. But can I ask about your accent? Oh, top of the morning, I don't know. I just went Irish. I don't know yet, but I'll definitely have to stay here for a while. Possibly until my accent goes back to normal. But never mind, they're probably still looking for me. Did you say that door? I do. I was interested in that door. I couldn't go down that door. There's a small room. I'll keep myself out of the way in there. Do-de-do-de-do-de-do-de-do-de-do-de-do. I went to a doody-doody-doody-doody-doo, and I saw Dido, and she did a little sing-song. Aye, that's great. Wait, what should I do? Oh, look, it says here there should be a workbench with some blueprints. You'd have to clean this dumb pop anyway. Judging from how the book is written, keepers are highly intelligent individuals. I'm sure you know what to do next. Okay. What's this? Hey, you know what that is? I've absolutely no idea. Let's see if the book says anything about box. Does my box say anything about box? Well, not much. Just a smidge of bold text saying it's better not to touch it. Well, in that case, I need to touch it. It only makes me more curious to learn what's inside. Maybe we shouldn't touch it. Notes in the book haven't steered us wrong yet. I must admit, I don't know whether it's intentional. Knowing this game, it probably is, and we are looking at sort of ghostly soul-based stuff. It does make me think of a Ghostbuster trap. I was almost going to say a Ghost Trapper bust, but they were all blokes, so there wasn't much bust on display in the original Ghostbusters. Pair of dirty old socks, more like this. What greater danger this box possesses? Yeah, interesting. Very interesting. I can't figure it out. Maybe we should get some tools. No need, we'll manage it. Just gotta kick the fire. Fuck, that hurts my foot. Looks like you fixed it. Yeah, I think it's a Ghostbuster trap. Looks like you fixed it. What the hell are you? Oh, I have the same question. What the hell are you? I'm graveyard keeper and this is Uric, town resident. I mean former resident. And you are? I don't know who I am. I don't even have a name. I was born in this dungeon with the help of a graveyard keeper with a moustache. If you don't have a name, I should give you one. Let's call him R.I.P.O. Rippo. Uric, something simpler for our own sake. We'll have to say it every time. Oh, that's just a joke. Fine, we'll come up with something simple. Yeah, how about... I've got it. I like your expression, so we'll call you Smiler. Okay. The Ghostbusters is getting stronger. You sure that's a good idea? I like it. It sounds funny. I gather you've been stuck in that box for quite some time. And how much time passed? Don't know. Definitely more than a couple of years, though. Seems like it. Alrighty. So glad to meet you, Smiler. I'll get going. I've got some things to do. What have you got to do? You've got fuck all to do, mate. You've unlocked the new technology and got a blueprint for Soul Container 1 and a workbench. Wow, there's a whole new spiritual Pac-Man ghost. Oh, this game is riddled with reference. Now that is intriguing. It's an alternate way to get new stone grave fences. I'm assuming they are substantially better. Whoops, that's the wrong button. I'm assuming they're better than the ones you can get elsewhere, because otherwise there's no point in them. So I should just go on faith that it's correct, but you know, fuck it. So yeah, 5, 6. Don't remember what these mystery ones are, but so the highest ones are the carved marble gravestones, which are 5, 6, and 6. And then if we look at spiritualism, the highest it starts at is 6, 7, and 8. So yeah, they are just the next step, which are looking very fancy, aren't they? Very fancy indeed. I do like the idea of perhaps installing some sculptures, but they're going to be fucking expensive. I'm definitely curious. Interesting. Healing from sloth, healing from lust, and healing from envy. Don't know how you do that, but still. Healing from wrath and healing from gluttony. Simplified farming. Interesting. Now, see, that one I feel like I've already got fertilizer available. Exquisite writing, I'm assuming, is an upgrade, perhaps. But yeah, that's fertilizer 1 and fertilizer 1, which makes me feel like I've got those, but I'll give it the benefit of the doubt this time. So, healer enthusiast, create remote craft control. What the fuck is a remote craft control? Good lord. Healing from gluttony is just go on a diet, fat boy. Well, yeah, I suppose you could interpret it that way, or you could interpret it as you heal by eating more. And there's pray for souls. Oh, good lord. It's unfortunate you can't read all of those because they're silly boys. They're silly boys who didn't think it through very well. But it is an indie game, so to a certain extent you can forgive it a little bit. Just a wee touch. Just a touch of a wee is enough for me. Right, so soul container. So we need more flitch again, which arguably is not too bad. So we want 8 flitch in total. Let's pop back to the sweetest of sweet homes. I'm going to have to build this bloody wood supply up again. It's amazing, really. Because it's like, it feels like you've got a lot of wood. And then you look down and you realise, well, that's not a lot of wood. It's only a couple of inches. But it feels like you have, in seriousness, that was the stupidity side. In serious side, it does often feel like you've got a lot of wood. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, you have 0 wood. Because you've suddenly used it all, and it's like, fucking hell. Workbench. Oh, I see, the workbench, I think, has just immediately been built, that's fine. Not a problem, not at all. I suppose I could build a second one of these then. Which I feel like is probably worthwhile since I've got the resources at the moment. Stop eating all the pies, porca-chumpy. What a fascinating phrase, porca-chumpy. Hey, porca-chumpy. Hello, my name's porca-chumpy. I don't know why they call me porca-chumpy, but they do. Oh, I see. This is just the... Oh, I suppose it did say base, didn't it, in fairness? And now we craft on top of it. We need something I don't know what that is. Sin shard. We need a pure shard of sin. A piece of stone and more flitch. Unfortunately, Miss Stone's not down here, which is annoying, but I suppose arguably fine. Let's find out more about Smiler. You want me to share something, is that it? In that case, would you be so kind as to bring me something yummy? I haven't had anything for a while. Bring me a berry pie, then we'll talk. Well, that's not so bad. I learned it from a friend back in school. It was part of a song they used to sing to mock a fat kid. Diglet dig, diglet dig, porca-chumpy. Well, that seems harsh and unreasonable. But, there you go. Bronze Star Pie. We'll have to see about getting a Bronze Star Pie. What's the matter? Why don't you go in? Have I suddenly grown weak, or is there something wrong with the hatch? Try it for yourself. Oh, the fucking hatch don't move. Barely moves. Won't turn any further. Looks like it got rusty. What are we to do now? Will we have to break it open? Maybe we should lubricate the hatch. That would probably help. Sounds like a plan. Go get some fucking oil then. You go get some oil and I'll guard the hatch. I told you, nobody ever comes here. I got here somewhere, didn't I? Perhaps somebody else might come through. Go on, why not? I'll be on guard. You just want free board and lodging, don't you? But yes, a bottle of oil. Gosh darn it. We can't quite remember how I get the oily bits. Because I need a bottle of oil for something else, but I can't remember what. Fermentation, alcohol distiller, that's not what we're after. Brewing stand? Oh, we should probably build a brewing stand, really. That's what we're after, I think. I can actually afford that. Yeah, I can't. Okay, we'll build a vine press. So let's go and explore this thing and see what happens if we can build a press. I think I need the press, 'cause then you press human fat into oil. But I might be wrong. I might be misremembering. Of course, it's bloody flitch. It's always bloody flitch. 10 stones and more sodding flitch. But I think the first thing we're going to have to do is have a little rest. Have a little sleepy. Speaking of which, we will put it away in a moment or two, but I've now got in my brain that I want to do a specific thing, and so we need to do the specific thing. Well, having said that, I think I'm going to need to go get more wood in order to get more flitch in order to do the specific thing. Gosh darn it all. Plus, I don't think that's enough stone, was it? I needed 10 stone. Gosh, double darn. And now we are officially out of wood. I have officially run dry of my wood. My wood is dry. But I need more wood. And I need a bit more stone. So I get it from the stone patch. I'll need to try and get... Ideally, I want to try and get the... Oh, fuck! Actually, there's a load of stone here. I suppose my porter and... I must check in on the quarry, because... No, I think I had two... I think I had 2 zombies. I sent one down the mine. Oh, wait, no, I don't think I did send one down the mine. No, I definitely sent one down the mine. I don't think I sent one on the porter's thing. I might have to find that. Because I think there was a second zombie that I had available. Now. I suppose there... It's an awkward shape is the problem. I think I popped it there last time. And that should suffice for me right now. It should prove... Here we go. Oil. So we can get seed oil from hemp seed. Which I think we might need those. Which means we'll need to get our hemp seeds. But unfortunately we've got to shed loads of seeds as well. For now, let's just stick a load of fat in it and gather the oil from the fat. But we also want to potentially take the berries. Do I not have apples upstairs? I don't think I've harvested many apples. There's plenty of apples on the trees, but I'm not really bothered with apples on the trees. So now let's squeeze our fat to extract the oils. That's right, indeed. It's what we need. Oh, it's the donkey that needed oil. But as I say, I think the donkey wants a bottle of oil rather than just a bubble of oil. Which I suppose is something I might be able to do. Oh no, he doesn't want oil. Did we do the oil? Question mark? Maybe. We want red apples. So I suppose arguably I need to go deal with the apple situation, but for now I don't have to care too much about the oil situation. I feel like I'm going to... Nah, surely I won't forget. Although I do want to just pop... Can I get to the big tree here? No. I cannot succeed in the big tree cannon. I can't even remember where the big tree is. I think I know roughly where the big tree is. But we're going to head to the big tree because I think I've got a zombie in the big tree. I think I placed him there in preparation, but then didn't bother dealing with that situation. And if I haven't dealt with the situation, I might as well put him somewhere else. There we go. Well, there's not actually too much in the way of ingredients, but it is more flitch, which is a nuisance. But for now, I might as well pop him at the quarry. Well, I said that. That guy's not done much, has he? But anyway, I suppose put him in there and he'll take my cargo. Good lad. 4 skulls, work efficiency 10%. That's unfortunate. But yeah, he's doing... I suppose he's doing... What's that? Coal and stone, maybe? I don't know. I suppose I could probably tackle a few of them by myself if I wanted to. Bit of that, bit of this, bit of the other. Where did the car go? What car? Oh, I think I understand. I said the word cargo, didn't I? Where'd the car go? It's in the hole. Probably. But yeah, if we... I don't think I'll necessarily track it back, but... there is... The zombie will travel. You can follow a zombie if you so choose. But he'll just pop my... I think it was an iron ore block, so he'll pop that there. And he'll just keep doing that, basically. He'll just keep wandering around and pootling about. And yeah, they'll just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And deal with that situation for me. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, there you go. He's obviously been in the middle of the night. He came by. Anyway, I didn't actually mean to do that. There we go. Save. Wake up. Saving. Good. Well, that's what I wanted to behold. Because we are somewhat over the odds. Although it doesn't make too much difference, I don't suppose. Although you never know. It might. It might make some kind of significant difference to anybody present now. Right. Well, let's have a look, ski. Nothing leaping out and grabbing me. So we might have a look round for possibly some graveyard keeping. See if there's anybody else graveyard keeping out there. There are in fact plentiful people graveyard keeping. A biddle diddle dee. D with a diddle 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 dee be dee. With a diddle bee and a diddle dee. We'll pop the old interim slideshow on because it might be slightly better to look at. There's none that leap out. Let's look for Dragon Quest. I suppose I could just do Dragon Quest in general, but let's look for a builders. If there's many people doing builders. There's not, which is probably bad news for my choice of game. He's not going to attract anybody new, which is fine, I suppose.
It wasn't so bad.
Oh, it wasn't so bad. It wasn't the worst.
Never tell me the odds.
I will not tell you the odds. I will only tell you 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Me for that joke.
Fuck me!
I don't know if that's a reaction to the joke or just a general fuck me. Oh, I thought you'd done a big one again. Yeah, I have officially done a little hydrate. Who was hydrating me? Oh, Mr. Bush. I was going to say, you can't afford another big hydrate, can you? I managed to take all of your money away. I mean, that's definitely a viable option, but I don't know. I feel like a different one. That's an incredibly good game. just it wouldn't necessarily assist with anything. Interesting. What's that one?
Fuck me!
You are distinctly fucking and easying. He's too easy 'cause he asks to be fucked. Let's see about this one. Whereabouts are you? Oh, I think you're quite late in the game, in fairness, actually. Not entirely sure where you are. Oh, I think it's the same chapter I'm on, just later in that chapter, because that's Warwick there. So that kind of feels like spoilers, so I don't think we'll do that. I'm in an RN. Got no points, me is sad. So I suppose I should feel obliged to provide you a raid of some kind, but there's apparently not a lot. Not a lot, because I'm possibly being too fussy, as is so often the way. But I don't know. It's just either the usual suspects, or possibly Barry, who is playing Yakuza 0. Which, in fairness, I mean, it's an incredibly good game. So I might just... And in fairness, I suspect, to a certain extent, you may very well end up scattering once the raid has been performed, because you may very well wish to go to bed, which is acceptable, entirely acceptable. So it probably doesn't make that much difference. It's just I do feel slightly obliged to sort of try and network, as it were. I'll tell you what, we'll just look in one other option, because I always forget this one. Nope, there's nothing. Nope, there's nothing. Excellent. So what, while I'm in here, I'll do some tidying admin. Tidying admin. Admin of the tidying variety. Oh. What is, and this is Discord sniping, what is Senran Kagura Shinobi versus... I'll tell you what, I'll look it up myself. I didn't mean to open that browser. It's unfortunate. There we go. That's the browser I wanted to use. Senran... That's not quite the name, was it? Oh! Boo hiss boo. You've come out of it, so I can't find the name again. But was it Estival versus? That's the closest I can get to Senran Kagura. But a mistake. Oh dear. What were you supposed to be playing? Or were you simply not supposed to get caught playing it? But yeah. It certainly doesn't look terrible. If I've got the right game, of course, which I might not do, because I can't see the title again now. Shinobi verse. Ah, right, okay. Shinobi, that's the word. Let's get this Shino. Or Shino. Was it Shinobi or Shinovi? Because there appears to be one called Shinovi. Let's have a look at some images and some screenshots. Now I'm just doing research. Wow. Okay, that's an interesting interesting screenshot, shall we say? I won't tell you what the screenshot is. I'm just going to leave it as a mystery. Just me sort of giggling and laughing to myself. I promise it's actually good. I mean, it does look... I think it's on that sort of thing where it's like... It looks like an interesting game. But also, there's a lot of screenshots that are a little bit like... Oh, I see. Okay. Interesting. There appears to be a certain level of clothes shredding physics, possibly. We'll put it that way, shall we? But yeah, it's definitely got some anime vibes. Put it that way. It's gotten better as it's gone on. Ah, I see. That's always good. It's porn, isn't it? No, it's not technically porn. But there are a couple of screenshots that are highly amusing. Because there's one here. Yeah, it's almost Star-Lord style guns with the sort of barrel below and a barrel above.
but they're slightly more traditional looking guns, just sort of slapped together. And then there's the distinctly suggestive dick cannon that one of them's using. It's clearly a screenshot of the game, a special maneuver or something, but it's essentially a giant barreled gun with two sort of round clips at the back end, held up at waist height, so it distinctly does look quite like dick gun, but still. There's apparently like 30-year-old women. Interesting. That doesn't seem likely, but you don't like that character. That's fair. That's acceptable. I'm still sort of slightly stalling because I'm trying to figure out a raid target, but I'm being fussy and not doing things. I'm being fussy and not choosing something.
Fuck me!
Indeed. Fuck me. Make a decision, sir. Fuck me. Fuck me sideways. And then you can fuck me left. Fuck me sideways. And then you can fuck me right, left, up, down, whichever way you like. Joel. I just can't make a decision. Maybe this one. Yeah, come on, we'll go for this one. We've been to her before. Final Fantasy fan. Go full meta raid yourself. Be bloody clever. Ducks or pigs, they are technically an option, but I might as well sort of engage with another human being. Although having said that, that human being might be leaving right now. Because the gameplay's gone off. Darn. Oh no, gameplay is back now. Difficult to know for certain what is there. Let's see, what is this? Oh, there we go. This is a slightly different Ducks place. So we will go see Ducks, because I can't be bothered to make a decision now. So we're going to go see Ducks in a moment or two. First things first, though, let us do our little doings for tomorrow. Well, technically today, but it's only tomorrow once you've slept. Which means if you stay up for several days, it's never tomorrow. Which is going to be very confusing. If you stay awake from Tuesday, Wednesday, then technically you're waking up on Wednesday, but it's Thursday. Very confusing. Anyway, if you require some entertainment for tomorrow evening, you have the option of Mr. Nicarin, who is currently playing, I'm assuming he's going to be continuing to play, XCOM Chimera Squad, which is a brilliant game. Absolutely brilliant game.
What was before that point?
I think we've seen this clip before, so I will possibly chat over it a little bit more. But Chimera Squad is fantastic. I absolutely adore that game because it's all the beautiful greatness of XCOM in a slightly more condensed fashion. And I thought the breach mechanic was a lot of fun. Very simplistic, but a lot of fun nonetheless. Planning your breach and then watching them go, kicking down doors and, slipping through vents and all that stuff. It was such an entertaining little thing. Smart way of stopping Overwatch camping. I didn't think of it like that. I was a bit more basic. I just liked it because it was fun looking. Again, I don't know what solution they went for in XCOM 2. I can't quite recall. I have played XCOM 1 and 2 just many years ago. And I also played one that has similarities but also quite distinctly different, which was the spy one, whose name escapes me now. Shit. It was a good end to a shit conversation there, wasn't it? There's a game I liked. Don't know what it was. I don't think I'll be able to find it either because it's probably sort of disappeared. Oh, actually, no, it's probably in my completed list. So let's go to collections. completed games, although there are 156 of them, which in fairness it sounds quite a high number, but in the grand scheme of things, distinctly low. Let's see if I can spot it. I believe I can. I believe in myself. I believe I can see the things that are sat in front of my face. But I might be wrong, 'cause I'm not currently seeing it. Phantom Doctrine. The Phantom Doctrine. That's the game I'm thinking of. It's got Invisible Ink. Invisible Ink was very, very good, in fairness. That was a very, very entertaining game. I don't think that is in the completed list, in fairness, actually, because I don't think I completed it. Which means it doesn't end up in the completed list. But I think it's only because I drifted away from it, which is inconvenient. I don't think it did anything like egregious. It wasn't like a sort of fuck you game, and I left. It was just the new shiny. Sorry, old game. I'm moving on to the new shiny, which is unfortunate, but still, yes, Invisible Ink I would highly recommend as well. But Phantom Doctrine, the Phantom Duck Train. Yes, it is a train that is a phantom and is shaped like a duck. Much like the Doom Train in Final Fantasy, this is the Phantom Duck Train instead. But yeah, it's a spy-based one. So you're not necessarily trying to get into combat, you're trying to sort of weave your way around in a stealthy fashion, which makes it quite distinctly different than XCOM perhaps. But still quite compelling, and it's got the same sort of movement. That's where the sort of similarities stem from, I think. It presents itself in roughly the same graphical style and roughly the same sort of way you move the characters and stuff. But as I say, they focus heavily on stealth and heavily on sort of doing different things. And sort of piecing together information was quite entertaining in that game as well. But I would recommend it if you do enjoy XCOM. It's worth a play, that one. It's quite entertaining. But anyway, that's not 100% the point. The point was Nicarin is playing Chimera Squad. It's a very good game. And he seemed to be enjoying it last week from what I saw. Verge. Do look out for Verge, best character. Especially later on in the game. This is slight spoilers, so do feel free to tune out now if you don't want the spoiler. It's not hugely spoilerific, but if you want to be pure if you approach it, then perhaps mute for a moment or two. But I believe, if memory serves, so the fact that I'm relying on my memory means this information might be wrong, which means it's not spoilers. But if memory serves, what he will do when he attacks something, he connects with his mind to that target. Although I don't think it's just any old attack. I think it is if you're doing a mental attack, so stunning them and other bits and pieces he does with his brain. And if you can gather a whole bunch of them, he then has an ultimate maneuver towards the end of the game where he just goes mind crash, and they all get fucking wrecked. And that is why I love Verge, because he is fucking powerful and incredible to use, and I absolutely adore the man, and he was basically in my team at almost all times, unless he happened to sustain an injury. And I felt very guilty if he sustained an injury, because, as I say, I love the man. He's a wonderful, wonderful man. But yeah, look out for, if you do check in on Chimera Squad, look out for Verge. He will be kicking butt and taking names straight from their brains as well. But what's quite interesting for me with Nicarin's Chimera Squad playthrough is he's got a completely different character that I didn't have in mine, which I didn't 100% know was a thing. I think I vaguely guessed it, but there are some degree of alterations to the squad layout you can clearly have, because I think I went for the big Muton fella, whereas Nicarin seems to have gone for the slightly smaller, punchy McGurk. Zephyr is the official name, I believe. But yeah, that's quite interesting to behold. Your alternate option, if you are more interested in some Supreme painting, which I'm assuming is possibly something new now, do feel free to fill us in if you've got a plan. If you don't have a plan, fair dues. But you have just recently finished the Good Baron, so you might be moving on to something new, whether planned or otherwise.
But yes, for some painting action and then possibly geoguessing, possibly something else. We never know. He just unleashes something upon the world. But you've got Blue Boosh at approximately 10 o'clock. Nickarin's at 9. Mr. Boosh tends to be at about 10.
Let's check if she's sorted off to alternate cat cam. Ha! Gotcha.
Oh, it's tracking cats.
Can't escape.
You cannot escape the cat cam, for the cat cam is global. Wherever the cat is, the cat cam will follow. He chases cats. As part of his hobbies, in fairness. Just always down the street. You just see him going, yeah, cat, 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 cat. He's got 1001 in his house at the moment. You heard kittens, yeah, that's the one. Or did you hear kittens? Mew, mew. I heard kittens. Anyway, that's about it. I'm going to say cheerio and then head off. And we'll do a little raidie into... we're going to head to Dash Ducks. Dem dash ducks. Which is slightly different to what Can't Sleep tends to...
Fuck me!
Fuck me, I found a different duck. Yes. Whether they're going to be wandering around in space using an outrider, I don't know. So far, I can't see any evidence of an outrider, but I mean, they've got a bit of an odd-looking tower, so maybe that's the hatch, and the outrider is beneath the pond, and they're just sort of lulling people into a false sense of security before unleashing the outrider upon the universe. But nonetheless, we will go see Dash Ducks. Bigger Ducks? No, I don't think it's Bigger Ducks. Well, actually, no, I think they are Bigger Ducks, because they're not... I mean, I think they are still pretty much the shape of ducks, but they are white ducks, so they do look a little bit more swan-like. As I say, I think the fundamental shape is still duck, not swan. But the colour scheme they have chosen, I don't think they choose their colour scheme, do they? But the colour scheme they have is a lot more sort of swan-esque, because they are distinctly white with orange bills. But I don't think they are actually... I don't think they're swans. They have longer necks. Anyway, you can make your own assessment when we go there. I will be back Saturday for Saturday RPG, where we'll continue World of Final Fantasy, which will be nice. And then Saturday evening, you've got Malice, but we'll advertise him on Saturday. Sunday, you've got Mr. Can't Sleep Must Paint, for anybody interested. And then we're back round at the beginning of the week, where pretty much Wednesday I'll be back with Hodgepodge. So I will say cheerio.
That wasn't so bad.